glassmaking techniques to shape these patterned rods into breathtaking works of art. The filigree glass technique was invented in the 1500s by master glassmakers in Murano, Italy. Their then secret process and...
What are you doing back there? Happy 100th day. I have been doing my channel for 100 days. It is 5:30 p.m. The only footage I have is of a fire truck that you will see prior to this video. I stink, you guys. I don't know. There's nothing. If you guys want me to keep filming in the mornings, it's just gonna get so redundant. That's the problem. Anywho, it is time that we read the Bible. Let's begin. Alright, we are back in business. We are reading 1 Corinthians chapter 14, starting with verse 21. I just have to find it. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 21. If you hear anything, it's the TV. Oh, I couldn't find the remote. There it is. Alright. In the law it is written, with men of other tongues and other lips will I speak unto this people, and yet for all that will they not hear me, saith the Lord. Wherefore tongues are for a sign, not to them that believe, but to them that believe not. But prophesying serveth not for them that believe not, but for them which believe. If therefore the whole church be come together into one place, and all speak with tongues, and there come in those that are unlearned or unbelievers, will they not say that ye are mad? But if all prophesy, and there come in one that believeth not, or one unlearned, he is convinced of all, he is judged of all. And thus are the secrets of his heart made manifest. And so falling down on his face, he will worship God, and report that God is you of a truth. In you of a truth. How is it then, brethren, when ye come together, every one of you hath a psalm, hath a doctrine, hath a tongue, hath a revelation, hath an interpretation? Let all things be done unto edifying. If any man speak an unknown tongue, let it be by two, or at least, or at the most by three, and that by course, and let one interpret. If there be no interpreter, let him keep silence in the church, and let him speak to himself and to God. I agree. Let the prophets speak 2 or 3, and let the others judge. If anything be revealed to another that sitteth by, let the first hold his peace. For ye may all prophesy one by one, that all may learn, and all may be comforted. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets, for God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. I love how it says that God is not the author of confusion, because God has made a path for everybody to take. It does not alter, to person, okay? It is a straight line between me and anybody else who's a Christian, straight to God, without seeing him, But it's an easy path, you follow it. Now, of course, it's going to be hard because with human minds and flesh, it's going to be hard to walk that straight line. But God made it very plain. Straight line. Follow it. But there are people out there that twist and make weird avenues off of this straight path to fit their own narrative of how they want to live as Christians. And so a lot of people get confused. I mean, how many religions are there that believe in God? I I mean, you got the Catholics, you got the Lutherans, you got the Mormons, you got, the Baptists, you got the, the Pentecostals, you got so many different religions. Now, some are very good. Mormonism is very difficult because they have a different mindset. Catholics have a different mindset. Lutherans have a different mindset. Latter-day Saints is Mormons, but what's the other one? Who's the people that come to your door? Jehovah's Witness. They also have a different mindset. Why do we have so many religions? Why? Because people take that path and they just make different avenues and different ways to fit their narrative as religion, which goes against what this verse says. It says, "For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints." I just made a very good argument. But just take that, okay? "Let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak." I think women are way too emotional to lead a church, okay? Because we will follow our emotions. We will get so, wrapped up in the wrong area of the Bible that we should not be focused on. Just because it fits our emotions, it makes us happy. But we should really preach with logic, preach with, authority. I really can't really, but it just makes sense, okay? And I think that the man definitely has that ability to really speak logically and not emotionally. That is my take on it. That's just my opinion. Verse 34, the end. "But they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for women to speak in the church." I think it's okay. Yes, ask your husband at home. Okay. What? No, whoops. Yeah. "What? Come to the word of God out of you, or came it unto you only? I think any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual. Let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are on commandments of the Lord. But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. Wherefore, brethren, covet to prophecy, and forbid not to speak with tongues." There you go, right there. I've been arguing about that for today and yesterday. "Let all things be done decently." Yeah, see? Decently. Decent. And in order. I've already given you guys a story of why I am so against tongues. There was a pastor. What was his name? You know what? I really don't care because I don't think he's a Christian, especially after what he said. But, so he was, encouraging this, I think he was doing an interview with someone, and the audience members, I guess, were involved, because he's like, "Hey, let's do tongues." And they were like, blah, blah, blah. It sounded like a farm. I'm sorry, but it did. And I think that what really started my dislike for tongues is the way he forced them to speak in tongues, and how he forced them. He goes, if you had a gun to your head, you would speak better in tongues. Because if they truly believe that speaking in tongues is the right way to do it in Christianity today, it would be so off-putting. Because can you imagine if a godly Christian man, pastor, said to his congregation, believe that Jesus died on the cross. Believe, you would believe there was a gun to your head. Well, I'm not a Christian anymore. If you're gonna use that, ideology on me, that. Sorry that the video got cut short. I just rambled and rambled and rambled. I was on a roll, And I realized I've already made my point. I don't need to whip a dead horse. Plus, I didn't want to make you guys think that I'm, targeting this particular type of religious believers. I think that there could be a lot of godly Christians that still speak in tongues. And I didn't want you guys to think that, that they're completely wrong. So I shot myself up. So anyway, happy 100 days. I wish that I could celebrate better, but this is the best you'll get. It's a close-up of me. Ooh.